You know, for getting drunk in the sunlight over the past weekend and everything and getting kind of, you know, slightly sunburned, I look pretty good. Or it could be the lighting. Hey everybody, so we gotta talk about that episode. If you didn't know what happened, you probably know by now, but there was a lot of it. And quite frankly, we're gonna talk about that for the most of this video. We're gonna talk about, you know, everything, of course, you know, chronologically. But we're gonna talk about that a lot at the end because I have opinions. And I'm gonna share them because this is my channel. As always, there's a whole bunch of spoilers with this. If you haven't seen the episode yet, go ahead and do that, or even go on Reddit, because apparently everything you need to find out is on there. Who knew? Episode starts off right after Farrah's elimination. Very sad, she wasn't very funny, but you know what? It is what it is. Keep on rolling. All the girls are like, oh my god, there's so little of us left, and Sasha's talking about how she misses Farrah's moaning, which I agree with. It was very endearing. Next day comes along, RuPaul announces that there's basically no mini challenge because there just doesn't seem to be any more at all in the season. But she reveals that the main challenge is creating your own pilot for your own TV show. So all queens gotta go into like groups of 2 and then one group of 3 and hope for the best, make it work, and make TV magic. It's Sasha and Shay, it is Trinity, Peppermint, and Alexis, and Valentina and Nina, which the last two did not really think that they would be together, but it happened, and Lord, it happened. Sasha and Shay do this whole little blaxploitation 80s sitcom, spy, espionage, something about bad fashion, and I fucking live for it. Shay is like this like blaxploitation star, like Pam Grier in pretty much every kind of like 70s movie out there, or like Beyonce in that one Austin Powers movie that happened, and Sasha was this Russian spy who was not like Katya at all, but I still lived for it. It was a lot more hardlined, and I loved that. And god damn it. Name a better duo. Tell me. Trinity, Peppermint, and Alexis do this little sitcom about like, you know, 2 moms growing up in like the deep south with like their gay sons, and like there's a Trinity who's a nun, and I don't know, it's a pretty good plotline, I think. You know, I think it can be worked with like last like maybe like a season or 2. Won't last long at all, you know, on the screen, but they make it work. I'm not complaining. I thought it was pretty good. Trinity fucking stood out because who knew she could act? But she's fucking stealing the scene, and I'm low-key living for her. I'm just gonna say it right now. So she did all that. Proud of y'all. Then there's Valentina and Nina, who decide not to have any sort of script at all and decide to improv their entire performance. Fun fact about me, I did improv for about like a year and a half or so, like acting and also directing my own show along with Nick. And I know a good thing or two about improv, and you can do it, you can either do it beautifully and very, you know, well done, or you can crash and burn. And that's kind of what happened with Nina and Tina. It wasn't good. I give them an A for effort for trying because I thought it had a good concept. It just should have been worked out a whole lot more. That's literally that. I mean, come on, like it's like 2 hookers trying to get their lives back together, and that could have been taken anywhere. And unfortunately, it kind of wasn't. So I was a little sad by that because I'd watch that show, to be honest. You just need a little more work. The runway for this challenge was Club Kid Couture, and Sasha Velour gave a little queer history lesson because she might be a queer history professor on the side. Who knows? She talks a lot about it, which is good because people need to learn, and kids need to learn nowadays too, and I'm glad she did because I actually like low-key love the Club Kid culture. If you don't know anything about it, go look it up right now. Go look it up like with James St. James, Amanda Lepore, Suzanne Barch, and even watch like the movie Party Monster. Like it might not be like the most accurate version of it, but it's a version of it, and it showed a little bit of it, so do that. They all come out looking all sorts of good. Sasha is a sad clown, who I live for, even though I fucking hate clowns. I will never see the movie It. Fuck that. But yeah, she looks great, love it to death. Shay looks like a big ol' beautiful Christmas ornament that you probably got at like a dollar store, but then you kind of like pasted a whole bunch of stuff on it, and I was kind of confused, but I loved every single second of it, and god damn it, she was beautiful. Trinity Taylor looked like a venereal disease, like she's been saying, and honestly, I kind of see that, like, both like as like the microscope form, and also as the form on someone's body. All miscolored and, you know, concerning looking. Concerned looking? Concerned. If I saw it on my body, I'd be concerned. That's what I'm trying to say. Peppermint came out as a peppermint, and I loved it. This is like her best look yet, to be honest. I will say that right now. Valentina came out showing that she's masked for mask because she wore a Matador outfit with a mask, which we'll talk about later. Nina came out wearing a skull head and eyelid for it because it's Nina, and it was kind of unfinished with like the rest of it, like wearing like a tutu and like, you know, kind of like a half painted body in a way, or like a corner painted body, but I liked it. Her face, God, I wish I had that fucking talent. Although she was talking again in this episode saying that people were talking bad about her, even Peppermint like came to her aid this time and she was like, no, no one's doing that. We literally all love you. Stop being the most. And Alexis came out wearing a body stocking and some face paint. I didn't like it. And so the judges go ahead and see their episodes and they all live for it. They love Shay and Sasha's because fucking damn, more iconic duo again. I love them. They're great. They're so talented. Friend goals. So yeah, they end up winning, which is great, although it's kind of ironic because I think like one of the prizes for that was like, you know, some kind of like free hair care stuff, and then there's Sasha who doesn't have hair, so irony. So the bottom 5 are Alexis, Trinity, Peppermint, Nina, and Valentina, and shit goes down. The judges say that they don't like Nina and Valentina's episode because it was poorly planned out, wasn't a lot of thought put into it, and it could have been a lot better, which I can't agree with, though, because it could have been a lot better, which I said before, and I'm saying it again, because it could have been better, and I would have watched it if it was planned better, with a script, and a better, you know, plot line. It just wasn't good. It could have been a lot better, okay? They also are not big fans of Nina and Valentina's outfits either, so go fig, which I can also kind of say too and everything, because like Nina was like, well, it was unfinished, but she made it work, and Valentina, to me at least, and you know, I'm sorry, don't read me to filth, because I know there's some Valentina stands out there. I liked her look, I did. I don't know if per se club kid, just my opinion. As for Trinity, Alexis, and Peppermint, Alexis throws a shit fit on stage again because that's just who Alexis is nowadays, saying that she's a producer and like a lot of like the witty stuff came from her, and Peppermint's not fucking having it, and she calls her ass out right there, and Alexis is doing the whole like, hey, I don't want to throw you under the bus, but argument, which you know damn well if someone's gonna say that and then says but, like you know that nothing that they say is really valid. So there's that. So yeah, Peppermint and Trinity are both defending themselves against Alexis, and the judges are like, Alexis, stop being terrible. Just that. So all the girls come back after all the judges go through their critiques. Everybody on team Trinity was safe, so Trinity, Peppermint, and Alexis were safe, although Alexis was close being in the bottom, but you know, she wasn't. And now we're gonna talk about the part where feelings are gonna come up. So, Nina, Valentina, against each other, going to Greedy by Ariana Grande. Song starts off. Nina's going well. Nina's doing her thing. Nina is being Nina. Valentina, on the other hand, still has that whole mask on her face. And that wasn't a good idea. All of a sudden, twist. RuPaul stops the music halfway through. Nina's feeling her gig. She makes everybody stop. And she yells at Valentina saying, girl, why do you still have that mask on? And then Valentina asks if she can leave her mask on. Girl.
So there's something on my face.
RuPaul then fires back with, it's a lip sync. What part of that don't you understand? I was shook. Shooketh, if you will. So, the lip sync happens again. Part 2, starting from the top. Nina versus Valentina, going again. And it's revealed why Valentina had her mask on. She didn't know the fucking words. The entire thing happens. Valentina's trying to cover her mouth and stuff, but not really working out too well. Nina still kills it. And Valentina is sent home, but here's the thing. RuPaul wasn't nice about it.
Valentina, I thought you had the stuff to go all the way. Now, sashay away. Thank you.
No niceties, no cute puns, nothing like that. She literally tells you to get the fuck out of here. Girl. Now here's the thing, which I'm gonna throw my own opinion into this like little ring and stuff because, I don't know, I watch the show a lot. It's a good show. I've been watching it since season 1, okay? And also I have a loud mouth, so I have opinions. I will say, I don't think RuPaul was wrong about this because Valentina kind of shot herself in the foot. Valentina just did not do good in the challenge. There's that. I mean, her runway, it was good, but it wasn't as good as Sasha, Shay's, or Peppermint's, for example, or Trinity's. So, not the best there. And she just didn't know the words. And I know that this has been like, fuck, I went onto fucking Twitter after I watched the episode, and people were going back and forth about all their opinions about this, and Lord, I might get a death threat after saying all this, but you know what? It's worth it. Listen, I love Valentina as much as the next gay because I thought she was talented, I thought she was pretty, I thought she had a complete package, and no matter what, like honestly at the end of this, she's probably gonna get Miss Congeniality because she's a fan fucking favorite, and she might be going to All-Stars 3, who knows? But at the end of the day, she didn't know her words, her challenge wasn't good, her look could have been better, and she just shot herself in the foot by also insisting that she wears a mask. Girl, once again, it's a lip sync. You gotta lip sync. That's just my own opinion. I'm still a Valentina fan, but you know, I gotta give credit where credit's due, and it wasn't for her, unfortunately. Now, the biggest thing though I've had with this is that people have been spreading hate to like Nina and Alexis and RuPaul for this decision, and to me though, that's just fucking wrong. RuPaul literally spreads the word about giving love to everybody and not being hateful, and that's exactly what people are doing, and to me, they ain't real fans. Y'all just obsessed, and that ain't cute. I think though, at the end of the day, the biggest lesson besides the whole learn your words is never wear a Matador outfit to RuPaul's Drag Race. It's not gonna work well for you. Just saying. So tell me, what's your opinion about this episode? Were you as shocked and gagged as I was, as pretty much actually everybody else was? And I don't know, tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the runway? What do you think about the challenge? Leave a comment, let's chat. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I come out with new videos every chance I can. Click that little notification button in the bottom too to get notified every single time I post a video. And I'll be back soon with another one. Make good choices, make interesting choices because it's your life and not mine. And I'll see y'all next time.